What's the current status at this point with the Taylor Girls?
Me and my sister, we're still a group, but I just kind of decided to venture off and just start making my own music and start just doing my own thing. I feel like our sound is very different now. She's more on a melodic tip. I'm more on like the ratchet, talk my shit, pop my shit, type time right now.
Now, pardon the brain fog here, but were you ever solo prior to this, or
No, we've
you
always
were?
been a group. We've
Got it.
always been a group. This is my first time like putting out a song by myself and marketing it and doing the whole thing by myself.
And this roughly started, give or take, back on December 5th, 2024, when you released your first solo song
Yep.
titled It'll All Be Over.
Yep.
What was the reaction back then to the first song released?
That was just a time where me and my sister were kind of going through it. So I was like, instead of me keep arguing with her over social media, I'll just put it in a song and drop it and just let the people decide. So that was kind of just a little bit of backstory of why I ended up dropping that song. So I just kind of dropped that just to be dropping some shit. And then from there I did 10 Reasons, which for like Valentine's Day, and then Crown Now. So
Now, the initial solo release, what was the reaction to that from your fans?
they was like, they like it. They was fucking with it. They still haven't given me like, oh, why is Ty not on here? Like they haven't asked me that. They just been like, oh, we fucking with it. Like we like it. We like the sound.
And what about the second song here that you released, 10 Reasons, released on February
Yeah,
10th,
they
a
liked
few
it
days
one as
before
well.
Valentine's Day?
Yeah, they liked it as well. They liked everything. They ain't really, like I said, they haven't given me like even to this day. I haven't really gotten no bad feedback or bad backlash about it.
And now your newest song,
Yeah.
Crown.
hmm
For those in the audience that may have seen the artwork but haven't had a chance to press play yet, just released on May 9th,
hmm
what is that song about?
I'm just giving the girls something to talk about. I want them to pop their shit this summer. I feel like it's a great summer record. It's a great record to just talk shit on. I got a lot of punchlines in there, a lot of captions that girls can take and post on social media. It really was just a girls song. Like, put your crown on and do what you do.
And I don't know if this is too early to ask here because your solo efforts have been recent, relatively speaking,
Mm.
but can you compare and contrast this experience so far of these solo efforts versus when you were in a group? Maybe the pros and cons here that you've
I
noticed?
think the biggest con is just having to take on the whole tab. That's the biggest con. Other than that, like everything else is cool, you know what I'm saying? And then, just having to do the creative direct like the creative portion by yourself. When it's me and my sister, we able to kind of ping pong between the creativity and we able to ping pong between, how we want the video to look or how we want the photo shoot to be. When you're a solo artist, it's kind of like, especially independent, it's kind of like how much money you got to spend and what you want it to look like. It don't really matter what nobody else say because it's all about you.
But on the other side of that note, the profit margin.
Yeah, it's higher. It's way higher.
Yes.
It's way higher. It pays off, but it take a lot. Sometimes it take a lot. It take a lot to get there. So I'm hoping that it just do what it need to do on the sound.
And just for context, for those that are just getting to know you here for the very first time, how long were you in that group, the Taylor Girls, for approximately of your career span?
I think it's going on 10 years. I feel like it's going on 10 years. It's going on a solid 10 years.
And so far, again, relatively speaking here, this recent solo effort, which do you like better?
I always like making music with my sister, but I like the fact that I could just go in the studio, make a song, create it, drop it, and I ain't got to ask nobody. I ain't got to get no verification. I ain't got to talk to nobody. I could just drop it. I could drop it today. I could drop it tomorrow. I could drop whatever I want to drop. I don't have to have all of these extra opinions and extra people got their hands all in there trying to, it'd be so much to drop when you got a whole team, a whole people, everybody got an opinion, everybody got a different release date. It just be a lot. So I feel like it's better when you solo because you do what you want to do, how you want to do it.
Got it. And just curious here, even when you were in that group, the Taylor Girls, still in that group, correcting myself here, but when you were actively participating in that during that run, were there times you would still create solo record? Both of you, were there times you would still create solo records, or no? It was always a group effort?
Yeah, like sometimes she'll go in there and she'll go and do a hook and she'll go record by herself and then I'll later come and add a verse on it. So yeah, we've always kind of ping ponged it.
But no one ever, either of you, no one ever just kind of did your own solo song, just kept it tucked, or maybe showed it to one another, just never publicly put it out?
Have we? Yeah, I feel like we have. Yeah, I feel like we got some solo records before now.
And as you were a group, was that something that was ever talked about? Like, hey, like a Ray Shrimmered or an Outkast, there will be a time when we may do some solo efforts in the future at some
No, that's the
point.
funny thing. We've never talked about it. Even to this day, we never talk about it. I don't feel like there's nothing to talk about.
Now, rewinding back to Crown, care to share who produced that beat?
My boy X on the beat, make it boom. That's an in-house producer that I've been working with for years. So yes.
And when it comes to this song, just like I asked you previously about your career records, your highlighted records, your biggest songs, are there any unknown facts or stories in regards to Crown that's never been publicly mentioned before?
Wait, say it again?
Yes, is there any unknown facts or stories in regards to Crown, whether it's
No.
the recording process, the release of it?
Nope.
Okay, just curious there. Anything else you want to mention about that song?
Go get it. It's out now on all platforms. Go stream it. Go get it. Go purchase it. Go to iTunes.
And speaking of buying it, previously you've been in a record deal before. How many record deals, pardon the brain fog here, have you experienced?
One.
And care to share who that was with?
Sony RCA.
Now, what about this solo effort here? Is this under a new record deal of some sort?
I'm independent.
And what's your opinion of that? The independent side of things.
I mean, you just gotta pay for everything by yourself. I just feel like the tab high as fuck. High as fuck. It's high. It's very high.
Now, these are 3 songs, solo of course. Is there any plans for an album of some sort? A solo album?
Yeah, at some point, I just feel like I need to keep dropping some singles first, build up the anticipation, get the people excited about the music. I don't want to drop an album and it's like, girl, we ain't heard shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got to put in some work, drop a few, records, get them to do what they need to do on social media, and then come back and follow up with like an EP or something like that.
And of course, doing all of this as you are pregnant with a 3rd child here. Now, when it comes to the last 2 times you were pregnant, were you actively working musically or did you take a step back?
Yeah, I was still working musically.
Now, what is your opinion of that? There are some recording artists, when they get pregnant, they do take a step back. And then there are some that are active as long as they can until, obviously,
Right.
childbirth.
I feel like when you're in grind mode, you just got to keep grinding. Like even now, I'm in grind mode. So I got to just keep grinding to drop the song. I can't be in the house. I got to get outside. Got to promote. So I don't feel like, when you're an artist, you really got a lot of time, especially when you're pregnant, to be sitting in the house because you got new artists coming in every day with new songs, new things going viral every day. And people's attention spans is very, very little. So you got to catch it while you catch it. And especially when you got a wave, you got to run that wave. You got to ride that wave.
And is that competitiveness, for lack of a better phrase, fueling this fire, fueling this grind, or is it some other factors for you?
It's a multiple. You got kids and shit. I got kids and shit. You know, feel me? Like, I got kiddos, and then, I just, you just have that hunger. Like, you just want to be, like, you doing stuff, but you want to be able to do more. You want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, be bigger than you was yesterday.